right, here we go. It is time for our next matchup here as we get set to close out our first half of the Monday Night Mayhem. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side, he, of course, was one of our upstarts contenders as he took on Grand Designs for that #1 spot and put on a hell of a show before ultimately ending up losing. Now looking to take on a Phenom and a 2-time Upstarts champion. He is the Hamburglar, Ryan Amburgy. And on the right, his opponent, the aforementioned two-time Upstarts champion, who of course has since moved up to the Phenoms division and is looking to make his way up in that realm. The fire-breathing dragon, IanKeith. It was two times. Had that whole thing going with, with him, 20 Dan and Mice. Yeah, they were trading that belt around like a joint, so that was, that was certainly something. Also, I need to, there we go. Anyway, Ryan's ready to go. Mr. Keith is ready to go as well. It's time for game number 1. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Of course, for the specific details of what exactly happened, channel I'm looking. Of course, our current champ in the Upstarts division, Maestro, winning it back at Revolution in December of 22. Upstarts. Where, of course, he won it back from 20 Dan 03, who won it at Rivals 3 against IanKeith, who won it against Maestro, right? It's just literally like the last 5 entries on the past Upstarts champions are IanKeith, 20-03, Maestro, IanKeith, 20-03, and now Maestro has it again. So I mean, yeah, it's 2 times. 2 times for IanKeith. But of course, both 20 Dan and IanKeith have moved their way up into the Phenoms division. Of course, you'll see 20 Dan this Friday. Of course, IanKeith was not available, or he certainly would be playing on Friday as well. But of course, you'll see 20 Dan 03 along with yours truly and some others this Friday over at the King's channel. We'll be duking it out in some triple threat action to determine who will face the poopy old hag, newly crowned Phenoms champion at Tetris Friendly's Reckoning. Of course. In the meantime, though, gonna go score check as to what is happening right now. We got 167 here for IanKeith, 156 out of Tetris 178 for Ryan. So this lead being traded back and forth here as we begin this game number 1. Of course, Colin is here. Welcome in. Let's know that a fun thing happened in Beeple Monk today. Of course, Ryan's Discord server, right? He had a tournament of every Beepo. And allegedly, Goster won it. Well, I mean, to be fair, I have a Beepo and was not invited. Or unless it was just like, which Beepo is objectively the best Beepo, right? Not so much as, like, the players. themselves, like just the Beepos. But oh, it was literally just the, okay, that makes a lot. I'm like, what? I have a Beepo. I wasn't invited. Like, come on. I mean, I probably would have declined to play as I was in a bit of a break, but oh, Ryan might be taking a short break here in a minute. He's on his way to Top Out City. 235 is the final score. And at 3:58, former champ showing you how it's done. Taking a commanding 1-0 lead to begin. Of course, welcome in Pumpy Heart. Was Jonas Beepo in it? Couldn't tell ya. And I couldn't tell ya. Oh, my word. All right, here we go. It's time for game number 2. So we continue on in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. You know, Pumpy, your ears must have been ringing or something, man. Like I said, I was just talking about you. Just talking about what an exciting event out in Texas we're going to be having this summer. Some fun in-person friendlies, right? Just talking about this. Talking about how I gotta get my situation figured out with where I am staying. I've been working with Pollo among some others. We're trying to figure something out. So, of course, Pumpy is trying to pull some strings and get people to show up. You know, lots of work goes into this. And of course, I have a lot of respect, especially after running my own tournament for the first time back in January. I have a lot of respect for the people who put this stuff on, because my God, it is a lot. It's a lot. You know, try to book everything, book the space, right? Get people to actually want to show up, you know. Do I get a flight to Portland for this? No, then why should I show up? Right? No, no. The people who are good at this game don't sound like that. They sound, that sounds too old to sound like the people who are actually good at this game. Like, yeah, bro, does this give you enough money to get to... No, that's not what they sound like either. I don't have a good voice for this, but what I do have is a score check. Between our two players going at it right now. 143 for IanKeith. He'll take a quick burn there to go to 144. 129 for Ryan. Right. I think my impression I was doing there was almost more reminiscent of, you know, Steve DeLuca than a literal child. So, you know, there is that. Well, yeah, you gotta bring the shredder, bro. Right. Yeah, man, there's no shredder. Not a real event. Be the best and keep it. Oh, my word. Alt Steve DeLuca impressions aside, Ryan is in a bit of trouble here. That Z was rather aggressive, but it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. He will get the Tetris in. We'll go to 233, 264 for the fire-breathing dragon. And of course, Pumpy coming in. Yeah, so many things that can go wrong. Yeah. There is always something that you don't account for. Yeah. In my case, it was not a huge deal, but it was the, you know, the fucking sun. It was the literal sun. Colin had to be our bodyguard for like an hour while the sun went down. Oh, and the heat too. Yeah, it was really hot in that room. My God. Yeah, which reminds me, I do need to pick up just a box fan or something. You know, because it'd be nice to have anyway, right? Like, obviously, it's generally a good thing to have, but especially for events, right? It's way easier to just throw that in a car. Certainly easier than what I have. Yeah, right, yeah, the literal thing that gives us life, yeah. I know, it's so annoying. It's such an inconvenience that the sun gives us life. Oh, my word. $3.99 for Ryan. We're getting set to transition in about 30 lines. $4.50 for the former Upstarts champ. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that, Pumpy. Yeah, I could have just moved the sun. But of course, that was like, you know, of course, here in Michigan, right? We don't get a lot of sun in the winter, right? This tournament was in January, so I'm like, I wasn't counting on there being any sunlight, right? I was counting on it being absolutely, you know, doom and gloom, cloudy, just as it is the entire winter here, right? To trigger my seasonal depression, but, you know, no, I decided that one day we're gonna be inside playing Tetris all day, that, gonna be a bright, beautiful day, like, unreal. It's just unreal. Oh, my word. But that is to say, tournaments, not easy. Make sure to thank your organizers every now and again, will ya? But of course, in the meantime, let's watch what happens here on this 19 speed. Ryan is there, 467. IanKeith with over 100,000 point lead still with the Tetris on the table. See if he can get close to that 600K transition here. Gonna be like probably 598 or something here if he gets this. Let's see. Or 596. That was close. That was close. There we go. He's at 622 right now. Ryan ahead in lines at 542. Oh, Ian needs some burns for that right side. We need a bar. In the worst kind of way, it finally shows. Bang Tetris, 655. Ian is hanging on like a cat on a screen door. We're gonna bring this back down to safety. We need some meat and potatoes for that left side. We'll get it. As Ryan is in some trouble. Got the wrong S piece. The Beeple Monk. Tap, tap, tap it away. Bar shows just in the nick of time. There's the Tetris, 589 to 672. It's about an 80,000 point spread. Ian with the lead and is behind in lines by about 10 to 15 at any given moment. So Ian looking to maintain this 100,000 point lead. Man, the square piece was not so kind to his board, though. Ian potentially in a bit of trouble here. Gonna get a double in and another one. Oh my God, can we get some for that left side, though? Gonna take a quick burn into the J over left. That was perfectly executed. He knew needed to get that down a little bit lower because Das not gonna be so kind about getting it over there. Still just burning away, but this is Ryan's window of opportunity here. Try and close this gap. We're at 727 for him, 753 for IanKeith. Oh, he's going aggressive. He's setting up. Can we get a bar? Dirty Tetris for Ian. Oh my God. Got away with one there. Oh my word. We are neck and neck. It's about a one Tetris difference. 778 to 794. Apparently Ryan had a good one too. There's a dirty Tetris for him. He'll take the lead. Ryan has taken the lead, 849 to 805, but it's still ahead in lines. We are about to hit 29 on Ryan's side. see if he can get one more Tetris in. There it is. He's at 891. Still playing a little bit here on 29. Couple lines. All right, final score is 893. Ian with that Tetris there. 912 will be enough. And a Tetris for the dagger into 29. He'll take the 2-0 lead. Oh my God. What a game from IanKeith. Friggin' baller game there. Had that strong 18 game, honestly, all the way up to 23. Colin said it right there, 23. Friggin' dirty ass Tetris on 25. Filthy. And that's enough to put him at game point. My word. There you go. There you go, King. There's one for the recommended viewing right there. Game 2. Oh, my word. All right, it's time. Game number 3. Keep this one going here in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Of course, coming up next, we'll have an ass battle on our hands. It will be Ampu and Bendy Streams. Of course, a young fellow we haven't seen around here in a little while. Certainly looking forward to watching him play again. Yeah, seriously, I think that'll be a really exciting match. Hopefully, perhaps even as exciting as this one has been. Perhaps. Of course, Colin excited as well that Bendy is playing tonight. Oh, Ryan. Okay, Ryan gets the bar over. Oh, my word. Okay, Ryan gonna handle this dig just fine. He will be A-okay. Yeah. No, I think Bendy is a severely underrated player for sure. I am very excited to watch. I mean, him and Ampu, both players that have impressed me for sure. I'm very excited to watch them both go at it. And did Video Ninja get a UI revamp? Honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I haven't used it in a while. Like, I've got people's links, obviously, from Gauntlets. I did host yesterday afternoon. Sparks and Minos and Top Down. But, did not have to actually interact with the UI in any way, so. So that much I could not tell you. But what I can tell you is that IanKeith is gonna slam down a column 8 Tetris there. He will go to 254. 167 at a Tetris 190 right on the nose for the Hamburglar. It's currently about a 2 Tetris lead and some change for Ian. Seriously, I mean, what can I say? I mean, this has been such an exciting match to watch. There's always one that just absolutely blows me away. So far, you know, gotta give credit to Ryan because he's been in a couple of those recently. Of course, the one with GD we saw a couple weeks back where they competed for the #1 Upstarts contender spot. We saw a double 900K. Of course, Bendy is here. Says, Hamburgy, win please. I want to play Earthbound. Well, play some Earthbound. Even if he loses. After your match concludes. Of course, in the meantime, this match is still going strong here. We got 313 for the Hamburglar. All right, I figured that was a good time to say this. 312, or 313 rather, excuse me, out of Tetris. 336 for the Hamburglar. 401 for the fire-breathing dragon. He is locked in. He's got the 10-line advantage. He has 10 more lines to work with before the level 29 and before the 19, of course, as well. And we are about 30 lines away from transition for Ryan, about 40 for IanKeith. All right, there we go. Back-to-back Tetris in for IanKeith. We'll go to 455. About a 90,000 point lead over Ryan, who has punched his ticket here to Dig City. Hoping to purchase the correct ticket home, back to the bottom of the board rather than to Top Out City, right? That certainly would not be good. And there we go. Long bar coming in just in the nick of time. Bang Tetris. There's his ticket towards the bottom of the board. Now it is Ian's turn to visit Dig City. Two players just missed each other. Ryan got off at the same stop that Ian got on at. Of course, he's gonna look to bring this down off the top shelf. Perhaps in terms of a Tetris. No, we'll go ahead and just bring it down with a triple. As Ryan is starting to close the gap in the meantime. He's at 455 as he transitions. 496 for Ian, who's got 7 lines to go. Trying to burn this away. And the right pieces. There's a nice double. He's got that right side open. But oh, it plugs it up just as the bar shows up. He is high up. But there we go. Bangarang, as the king would tell you. Tetris here for IanKeith. 530 for him. 555 now with another Tetris. 468 for the Hamburglar. Now at 469. Hey now, hey now, hey now. Ian is looking to pull off the sweep here, looking to run away with it. Ryan looking to mount the comeback. We got a center well action going here from him. He's gonna slam the Tetris, go to 507. Got 617 for IanKeith. He is on level 21, now into 22 at 619. Ryan had an untimely S piece though, had to work his way around that. And now is gonna have that right side reopen. He is back to building. On the right piece, there's the square. A couple Z's coming in, but there's one more, there's Tetris. He'll go to 554. IanKeith at 632. I think that 660 with that Tetris. Oh man. Oh, Ryan's in some trouble here. Ooh, could've went L flat on the left side. And it's not gonna get the S over. It'll be finished at 556. Bendy gets his wish as IanKeith, who was on his way to Top Out City as well, will complete the sweep and take the game and the match. GG's. There you go. The guns are out. They're locked and loaded. As the fire-breathing dragon shows you how it's done. Excellent games, guys. Seriously, excellent set.